Today we're gonna talk about about the cutting tools which we're calling a knife. In this trade show toolbox I have 12 different knives and I wanna show you every single one of them, and I will explain you why I have one or another knife and how and where I'm using them. Hi everybody and welcome to another straight shot video. I already said today we're gonna talk about the knives, about the cutting tools, yeah? But first of all, let's start this video from coffee. Today is a Sunday morning, very beautiful Sunday morning, and very good coffee. But first of all, let's make some few things clear about the knives. What is a knife? Yeah, knife is an instrument, yeah, composed of a blade fixed into the handle, used for cutting or as a weapon. Bang! First of all, on my channel, knife is a tool. Yeah, knife is a cutting tool. Yeah, knife is a survival cutting tool, bushcraft tool, hiking, camping tool. Yeah, is not a weapon. Okay? Because there's plenty of different channels on YouTube where people showing how to use a combat knife, yeah, how to use a combat knife in army, this and that, but not on my channel. On my channel, knife is strictly a tool. Okay, the humans start using a cutting tools almost 2.5 million years ago. Yeah, wow, that very long time ago, isn't it? So and now of course we have different knives. Yeah, they change a lot, and I want to show you what I have, what I'm using, and I'm gonna give you a little bit information, maybe a little bit like a story how I got them. And let's start from the folding knives, and then I will show you a fixed blade knife, and then I will show you a couple what you can call the collectible knives. Okay, so folding knives. First folding knife is this black Walther company, what you can call like a more tactical knife. Yeah, it looks very cool. I like it. Two different type of blade, one normal and one for rope cutting. Glass breaker, and yeah, and a clip that attached to a belt. It comes with this pouch. Yeah, really very good hard pouch. I like it. But I used a couple of times when I was hiking. And what I don't like about this knife, about this particular knife, is because the handle is made from metal. Yeah, so that means when your hand gets a little bit wet, yeah, this knife, yeah, becomes really very slippery, and for me it's a bit, I don't know, it feels a bit dangerous, you know, when you're cutting that, you know, the knife is just gonna slip out from your hand. And so that's why most of the time I'm using this knife only to open my letters. It sounds, I don't know, maybe wrong, but yeah, most of the time this knife just sits at home and I don't really using this knife. And also I got this knife from my friends bought it as a present, and that's my first folding knife. Second folding knife, yeah, it's kind of interesting, and it's not like usual knife or cutting tool. Yeah, it's like a carbine. You can attach to your backpack or to your belt. It's like a proper carbine. I like the idea, but it's again, I don't think so that you would like to use this knife very often, because it's, I don't know, it just feels feels cheap. Feels cheap. Of course, it's better than nothing. It's better than nothing. And I always keeping this carbine knife cutting tool in my survival kit. Yeah, so this kind of emergency knife, and it's not very sharp. It's, again, the blade is from two different parts. It's like a normal one and a rope cutting. Oh. So this is my second folding knife, carbine style. And now let's move on to a bit more serious folding knife. Yeah, bang. This is the Opinel French company folding knife. Really very cool, really very good knife, and also really very sharp. I bought this knife just recently, last week. So people which following me on Instagram or on Facebook, they already probably know about this knife because I posted pictures. This particular model is number 10. And why number 10? Because you probably already know that Opinel knives, they have many different models. Yeah, so and the model, it depends from the size. So this size, it fits perfectly in my hand. Yeah, it's so comfortable, yeah, in your hand that, I don't know, it feels really, really good. And also it's really very sharp. I still didn't use this knife much because I still don't have an opportunity to use it, but I'm really looking forward to use this knife. So this is my Opinel number 10 folding knife. Next folding knife is a legend. Of course it's a legend because this is bang. It's a Victorinox folding knife, and this knife is a legend. Of course it's a legend because so the whole world have one of these knives. It's I don't know, it's not much what to say about this knife, but I will say that it's a knife which you have to have in your knife collection. And I got this knife in 2005, maybe 4, as a present, and I still got it, and it still works fine, and I use this knife a lot, and it's just so good, and you can use it in any kind of situation. It's just that the problem with this particular model, that the blade is a bit too small for me. I don't know, it's still, you can use it, but for me the blade is a bit too small. So I keeping this knife in my survival kit. Yeah, this knife always sits in my survival kit, because if something will happen, I know that definitely I can trust this knife, and this knife probably can save my life. And another folding knife, which you already probably noticed in quite a few of my videos. So this is again a knife from my Victorinox multi-tool. Yeah, again, same this one. This knife is a legend, very good, really easy to use. And it's, again, I have this knife for like, I don't know, 15 years, and it still works fine. I have no issues with this knife at all. So this is my last, and it's probably the best folding knife which I have. Now let's move to the fixed blade knife. Yeah, the fixed blade knife is very cool as well. It's just the problem that they're taking a little bit more space. You can't really put the fixed blade knife in your pocket, but in some situations you can't really use a folding knife. You need like a larger fixed blade knife. And number one in my collection is, of course, it's a Mora Companion. Really good, and I don't know, I don't really need to talk too much about the Mora knives, because every single person who loves to camp, hike, or any kind of outdoor stuff, they know about the Mora. Really very good, really very hard metal knife. Yeah. How you can see, this knife is in a perfect condition, because I don't know why, but I'm taking this knife a lot with me. Yeah. But at the end of the day, I always finishing of using this folding knife. For me, it's, I don't know, it's always enough. this small knife there, but just in case, yeah, I always taking this Mora knife with me. And also I have a fire starter here attached to the sheet of the Mora knife, just in case. I bought this knife, I don't know, maybe 4 years ago. They're very cheap. I bought it from Amazon, and I believe I paid like £15 or something. They're really very cheap. This particular model is really very cheap. There's other models which cost much more money, but this one, I will say that for this kind of money, you're not losing at all. You're getting great product, and I will say that definitely you're gonna be happy if you're gonna get this Mora knife. Another great fixed blade knife in my collection is Gerber knife. Really good and cool looking knife. Really good knife. You can find a lot of videos where people testing these knives, and wow, you can really abuse this knife and it still works fine. How you can see, this knife, it's still new, because I never used this knife. Again, my friends bought it for me as a present, I don't really remember, a couple of years ago, and I never have a chance to use it, because it's just that I have my favorite knives, my knives which I'm gonna get used to them and it's still working fine, and I just don't have a chance to replace them with the new knife. But this knife, how much I know and how much I check, it's I think it's really good and really very reliable knife, and really cool looking. Yeah, very tactical, and I will definitely gonna use this knife in the future. And my number one knife, which I am using a lot, yeah, and this knife have a very interesting history. So what's happened, I will explain you. I found a seller which was selling only blade. He was selling only blade, and I was thinking, whoa, this is very cool looking blade, so why not to buy one? And I think I paid about £10, and I'm kind of pleased with this blade. It's just that it came without handle, so I just make like a paracord handle. It's kind of comfortable in my hand, yeah, and also I'm using this knife most of the time only when I need to chop some trees. So that's why I said that this knife, it gets abused a lot. I tried to paint in a green color, but how you can see, after some time the paint come off, and you can see again the natural black color. But I will say, for the money, yeah, it's a really good knife. and also you can use this knife in many different situations. It's just that you need to finish. This knife is not finished. It comes just like a piece of metal, so you need to put some work to finish this knife, because this is the cutting part. Yeah, this is to cut a rope, or what you can call it, to cut a seat belt. And here is like a saw, but the saw is not finished. How you can see, there is no track. Yeah, so you have to finish this saw, so you can't really use it now. And why I'm not making like a proper track for this saw, because when I'm chopping trees, yes, so basically what I have to do, I have to take another like a piece of wood and just smash at the top of this knife. So I don't want to make this part too sharp, because then it's just gonna, you know, damage my wood hammer. So that's why I'm not. But probably in the future I will do that. I will finish this wood saw part. And sheet, yeah, I bought it in one of the car wood sale. Yeah, I paid again like £3 for it. I'm really very happy. Yeah, it's really very good sheet. And also I add a knife sharpener, just in case if I will need it. So this knife, this chopping tool, what you can call it, yeah, it goes with me all the time, because you must have this kind of cutting tool in your backpack, just in case if you will need to do some like heavy duty works. And this blade works perfect. So we already we checked all my folding knives, we checked all my fixed blade knives, and now I have a couple what you can call it collectible knives. And one of them is a legendary AK bayonet knife. Yeah. really cool looking knife. Yeah, it's a tool. You can call this a tool. It's not only a knife. Yeah, because this is the cutting part. Yeah, this is you can use it for the like a saw, and also you can use this knife to cut wire. Yeah, probably most of the people from army, they definitely know all these kind of tricks. So you can cut the wire, and also you can use this knife as a hammer. Bang, 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 bang. This knife, you can get it. I bought it in one of the what it's called. It's like these like a military markets or whatever what it's called. And this one, because it's in really good shape, yeah, and the sheet in really good shape, all the original leather. I paid, I think, £30, yeah. And I would say that it's a really good price for this knife. Yeah, and it's just really nice to have this kind of knife in your collection. So that's the reason why I bought this knife. AK bayonet. I have another knife, another bayonet, but I will need your help, because I got this knife from one of my friends as a present. but I don't really have too much information about this knife. I know that it's definitely from the United States Army, but from which weapon, from which rifle, I don't really. I tried to check on internet. Yeah, I found a similar one, but I couldn't find this particular model of this knife. And I know that I have quite a few viewers from the United States. So guys, if you know from which rifle and from which rifle model, from which year this bayonet, please leave your comment below, because I really want to know. I really want to know. So, and of course I will give you as much information as I can. So this is how it looked. The sheet is from the wood, made from the wood, and you can see letters and numbers here. It's USM8A1. I hope that the camera is focusing. And yeah, so really very interesting thing. It's just that, you know, I'm really very curious, and I want to know exactly from which rifle is this bayonet. It's, again, I have only because of the, it's like it's more collectible item. Yeah, I don't think so that I'm gonna use this knife for like on my camping trips or hiking trips, because I don't know. I think that this bayonet have a value. I'm not sure, I'm just guessing. So I don't really want to abuse this thing. I just want to have in my collection. Another interesting knife. I bought it, I think, from Amazon again. So it's this little mini tiny knife. I don't know, you can't even call this thing a knife or the cutting tool. That's very, very small mini cutting tool. And I bought it just because, again, I'm very curious, and I decided I want to try this thing. But the problem is I couldn't find the actual purpose of this mini knife. I would say maybe it's good to have in a like survival kit, but then at the end of the day I can have this knife in my survival kit, and I'm gonna be able to do much more things with this knife than with this little knife. So I don't know, maybe you can say that it's better than nothing. You can still maybe try to cut something, but I don't know. I don't think so that this is a very good idea, but maybe I'm wrong. Maybe you guys know how to use this little mini thing, so leave your comment below. I would like to know. Thank you. And last but not least, knife in my collection is this Rambo Rambo knife. Again, I didn't buy this knife. Yeah, my friend bought me as a present. It's, I don't know. That was kind of funny. You know, it's probably every single one of the action movie fan, yeah, must have this kind of thing in his collection. But I tried to use this knife and I don't know what's happened straight away. It should be a compass here. It's gone, boom. As soon as I just start, I think, like chopping some trees, and it's just boom, it's gone. Then you can actually have have a storage in a handle, and it's still with this original like plastic capsule. I think I never used it, but it's, yeah, I think it's like, it's a couple like fishing hooks inside, matches, and yeah, I think a couple needles. Yeah, so this is what you have. I never used it. Yeah, I never touched this thing because I don't know. I'm keeping this knife like I don't know, just as a present, I will say. But same time, it's really very heavy, and I would say that the metal, the steel, yeah, the blade is from hard metal, because I tried to chop a couple of trees and boom, it was very easy. And how you can see, the blade is not damaged at all. So yeah, I would say that probably you can use this knife, but it's just too large. I don't think that you would like to carry this knife in your backpack because it's I don't know, it's just too large. But to have in your collection, why not? Why not? And of course, the sheet is really very poor quality. It's not leather, it's something, and it's already ripped. But how I said, why not to have this kind of knife in your collection? So guys, I just show you all my knives, my collection, my survival knives, my cutting tools, my bushcraft knives, hiking knives, camping knives, all of them. Yeah, what do you think? I want to know your opinion. I want to know which knives you're using for your camping trips or hiking trips or any other like outdoor activity. Just because maybe, you know, maybe there is something more, some more different type knives. I want to know about them, because this is my pick. This is what I'm using. This is what I like to use, and it works fine for me, and that's why I picked every single model of this knife. And another thing, yeah, you probably can ask me a question: what is the difference between the knives? Yeah, why I can't just use a simple like a kitchen knife? It's still a knife. It's still a cutting tool. You can do exactly the same thing what you can do with this knife, isn't it? But there is more things behind. Yeah, it's not just a simple knife. Yeah, it's traditions and the story about the knife. Of course, I'm not saying you can take the simple kitchen knife and you can use it and it's probably gonna work exactly same as any other camping knife. But at the end of the day, yeah, you're gonna know that this is just a kitchen knife. Yeah, in your head, it's gonna be just a kitchen knife. And your mind gonna tell you that, wait a minute, you have to use this knife in the kitchen. When this knife, yeah, it's been made, specially been made for camping or hiking or bushcrafting. You know what I mean? Probably, definitely, every single person which loves this kind of stuff understand what I try to tell you. There is a difference, but that difference, it's more in your head. So that was a short video about the knives, about cutting tools, and I hope that you will find this video interesting. If yes, don't forget guys to like and subscribe. And again, thank you very much for my all new subscribers. Thank you guys, thank you for the support, and as always, get ready today and you will survive tomorrow. Thanks for watching, and you all take care.